What's going on, guys? Welcome to another episode of the Gabriel Show. Now, listen, I'm out here just relaxing at the crib, and I just finished a session of prayer, and I was asking God to just help me stay humble. Help me stay humble because when you reach a level in your life where you start to make money, it's easy to fumble the bag. It's easy to lose your discipline. So, listen. A lot of people right now in this country, they can't afford a $1,000 emergency. Like, if your tires pop, if your lights go off, there's a lot of people who's going to fall into more debt because they can't even afford a $1,000 emergency. So, when you become one of those people who have $1,000 in your account, you got to really take the time and thank God, right? And then you go on ahead and you take on that next step to pay off your debt. You were drowning in debt, you couldn't breathe, but now you took on the discipline, the effort, the persistence to pay that off. You made a sacrifice. You done sacrifice seeing your friends, done sacrifice seeing your family, you done sacrifice going on that vacation, that trip. You were disciplined. You were eating nothing but rice and beans. And now you're finally debt free. Do you know how easy it is to fumble the bag when you become debt free? That's what happened to me. I had to become debt free twice. The first time I became debt free, it got to my head. Because finally, for one time in my life, my paychecks actually belonged to me. So I got to spend the majority of it. But hey, hear me out. I started living above my means. I started going crazy. I started spending way more money. I fell back into debt. $50,000 worth of debt. But hear me out. I paid it off. But my point is, I made that mistake twice. So, I just finished off my session. I'm saying, God, humble me. Because now that I'm debt free again, I do not want to make that same mistake. And a lot of you are making that mistake because you don't want to stay down. You don't want to stay low. You don't want to be humble. That's my problem. Because now I'm like, ooh, with all this money, I can go on a trip. I can buy designer. I can buy a chain. I can do this. I can do that. But in reality, now you're starting to act up. You're acting different. The things that got you to your success, you done switched it up. Nothing's the same anymore. Now, imagine you lose a lot of weight, right? By working out, by staying disciplined, by exercising, eating right, and then you finally get into shape. That's not the green light for you to go on ahead and start eating McDonald's, start eating junk food. Now's the time to do the same things that got you to there in the first place. So my point is, when you are debt free, when you become debt free, stay low. Now, I'm going to tell you guys what I do, okay? And it's tough. But I only live on $300 a week. That's what I live on. Now, I know you're wondering, how the hell can you live on $300 a week in New York? Hear me out. I do something called a budget, right? I do something called a budget. Now, my budget before all this was basically just going towards debt. Whatever I made, I would just use it towards going in, like for paying off my debt. But now that I'm debt free, I could actually budget my money. So I put $300 aside because I remember making almost $200 a week at McDonald's. I remember making $300 at Dave and Buster's. So my thing is, if I just act like a broke college student, if I don't switch up what I'm doing, if I stay low key, if I stay humble and just use this money, cook at home, don't go out like that. Don't move just because I have a higher income. That's not a reason to move. Because this was a foreclosure. I done hooked it up. Literally, I had to hook this place up. Look, I done did all this stuff. None of this was here. You feel me? This was a foreclosure. They didn't want me to move here. You're going to have to make it work. If you have roommates, you're going to have to keep your roommates. If you live with your parents, you're going to have to stay there. Don't feel rushed to move out. Do not feel rushed. Now's not the time to move out. Pay off all your debt. Get yourself into a situation where you are debt free. Then you can start building wealth. Now we can start talking about money. Because if you could live below your means. So listen, I use $300 just for me to eat, but then I do budget for like my utilities. Then I do budget for like my mortgage. But then when you're debt free, there's not much bills left. So as long as I have enough to pay my mortgage, my utilities, what else? My cell phone, that's it. I don't owe nobody else anything else. I don't owe a student loan. I don't owe a credit card. I don't owe a car payment. So that gives me peace. So I can live on less now. I don't need that much. But then I have to listen. Listen. Please hear me out. This isn't a flex. But I'd rather live on less. I'm going to give you an example. Right? Let's say you're making over $200,000 a year, almost over $300,000 a year, over 400. I'm just whatever number, 100, 200, whatever you're making. Imagine only living off of 25%. I know it's tough, but act broke, stay down, eat at McDonald's, right? You don't have to go to the 5-star, restaurants yet. And I'm not trying to promote you to go eat junk food, but my point is you don't have to go to those restaurants you see on TikTok, on Instagram. You actually could stay down, cook at home, don't do the most. With the rest of your income, you invest it. Live on less. So if you make $200,000 a year, try to live off of 50 and then invest $150,000 into the stock market. That's how you do it. You do that for 5 years, you get to $100,000. I'm just here sitting down and I was thinking about a complicated topic. But you see, a lot of us, we go on YouTube, we are chasing success. We want to be successful because we want more money. When we get that more money, we make plans on how we're going to spend that money. We're going to go here, we're going to go there. So these dreams are amazing. You know what I mean? We think about it, we salivate over it, but we work hard for it. We work really hard for it. We work 16 hours. We work, 24 hours. We work 7 days a week. We work so hard to get that money because that money is what we truly want so that we can, buy back our time? So then we buy back our time, but we create a business, right? Get an LLC where you're going to have to work twice as hard. Because guess what? When you open up a business, that doesn't mean you're going to be free automatically. No, you are going to work harder than people who has a 9-to-5 because you have to go out there, hunt and kill. So now let me ask you something. You finally have this business and you make this time up and all this thing, but you can't because you got to start another business because your other business is super successful because you got to use the money from that business and leverage it and open up 2 businesses and have another LLC. But oh my gosh, you are a successful man. Your net worth has surpassed Elon Musk. But let me ask you something. When did you have time to spend with your kids? When did you have time to spend with your wife? Your kids are growing up before you. They only have a couple of Christmases left. There's not that many Christmases left before they go away for college. Then they get older and they have their kids. Life is passing you by. But all you're thinking about is compound interest and investments in the LLCs and the businesses that you got started. Right? Your wife is getting old. You can't even enjoy your wife because you don't work 5 doubles, 16 shifts because you're trying to make more money so that you're going to put the LLC and invest and reinvest, and you can't even do no pipe game. You are losing your life. You are losing your family because you are so consumed. All you care about is money. What you need is the time. Time. Who gives you that clarity? How do you find this clarity out? How do I know this? Because it's not coming from me, it is coming from God. Don't wait till you're at the end. Don't wait till you're at the end of the road. When you're sick there in bed and you're saying, damn, I wish I spent more time with my family. I'm a critical care nurse. Do you know how many rich people Rich people, they look at me and they hold my hand. They say, dang, I just wish I had more time with my family. I wish I would have not opened up that second business. I wouldn't have opened up that second LLC because, damn it, if I had 5 more minutes right now, I would tell my wife how much I love her. You know what? My dad was a very, very successful entrepreneur. He had 2 hotels in Haiti. Even when he was sick, even when he was in kidney failure, he always found a way to make money. I was so shocked. My dad showed me entrepreneurship. But you know what God showed us? God showed us time is more important because all the success and all the money my father had, guess what? COVID-19 came, baby. Boom. My dad died. Just like that. He couldn't buy more time with his money. There was no way. He couldn't liquidate any of his assets to give him 1 more second to see his grandson. Guys, don't wait till you're at the end of the road, the end of the tunnel. Don't wait till you're my patient at the hospital, holding my hand saying, damn it, I wish I had more time. Time is now.